This storm will kill you.
Look! I'm telling you! You know what I mean, folks?
But if rich people aren't looking out for us, who is?
It makes no difference which one of us you vote for. Either way, your planet is doomed.
You're listening to the Our Take Podcast with Brian Sherman.
He had a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get, the full head, and it was really hard to cut it off.
And Spencer Rogers.
To be a good pilot, you have to be able to make good decisions, and I know what my credit score is, so I know I don't make good decisions.
This is the Our Take Podcast.
From Scary Parrot Media Studios in Ogden, Utah, it's the Our Take Podcast, episode 152. I'm Brian.
I'm Spencer.
I'm DJ.
It is June the 6th.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I was just trying it out.
You're what?
His middle name is Jack off. So his initials are DJ. Oh.
I thought about trying to make a change and go by DJ.
DJ Warner.
Try to try it on.
I mean, if you're gonna you got to be DJ. You can't just be DJ. That's
DJ.
What are you? That's like a '90s name. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know.
Not the right time to try it out.
I'm sorry.
DJ is a 90s?
I don't know. I just don't.
There's a lot of DJ.
It just feels.
DJ Warner sounds
DJ like on Hustle and Flow.
DJ Warner sounds like
DJ Warner sounds like a great
job.
That
DJ Warner, that works.
That works. A job.
Anyway, I'm Brian.
I'm Danny.
I'm Spencer.
You're supposed to
I'm
Are we
DJ.
doing it again?
Yeah, DJ Warner. Yeah, he was going to test out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. One more time.
I'm Brian.
I'm Spencer.
I'm DJ Warner.
It's June the 6th, everybody. Welcome to the show. On this day in history, the video game Tetris is published.
I didn't watch that.
It was good.
That movie. Was it good?
Yeah, with Taron Egerton.
Yeah, it's from Russia, right? Or
there's a
the
Tetris
game,
movie,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's about how it came to market. It's really good.
It does have something to do with Russia, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Their spyware. It's like
Do you know what?
It's like the old TikTok.
Do you know what year Tetris was published?
1989. No,
Close.
sorry, 82.
84.
I remember playing it in the 80s.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like 89 is way too late.
Turn that down a little. It's
No.
loud. A lot happened on this day, actually. The National Basketball Association is founded. In
1967.
No, 1940.
1946.
Wow, I didn't know it was that old.
Dude.
The NBA, which comprises teams in the United States and Canada, is considered the world's premier men's professional basketball league.
I feel like that should be year one because the year after the bomb, that's when we should start doing our years from now on.
That's not a bad idea. We call it AB, after bomb.
After bomb.
Yeah. In 1AB, the National Basketball Association was founded. On this day in history, D-Day, we invaded France along with the Allies.
Today?
Today, on this day in history,
1943.
That's right.
1944. How many Allied soldiers landed in Normandy, France, is your guess?
15,000.
No, it was way more than that, right? Wasn't it like 100 something? It was a lot. There was a lot of soldiers.
It's just a crazy number to think about. It was 160,000.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was a lot.
Still less than a NASCAR race, but it's a lot.
Wait, what?
There's
That really puts it
NASCAR
in
races are
perspective.
like
That's like nothing now.
250,000 people go to this.
Oh, okay.
Especially all the people in the middle,
That
section.
many cars on the track? 160,000?
In 1930, on June 6th, frozen food is sold in retail stores for the first time. Do you guys understand how crazy that is?
Wait, what was the year?
1930.
Huh.
That wasn't that long ago that you couldn't buy frozen food.
All right, dude, we were like primitive up until just a minute
It's
ago.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of true.
Like my grandma
Stuff we
is
take for granted.
104 this year.
Jeez.
And she's still alive. And I can't imagine any
Horse and
century to live in where you'd see more
change,
crazy
more
shit,
things.
more advancement.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
And
Like
nothing's
it-
happening this time.
No, I don't think we'll ever have another 20th century. Like it,
Well, we will, but it won't be in our lifetime, I think.
Well,
it'll be in the 40th.
We're still
No,
waiting to see.
Year 3000.
We're still waiting to see what the entity will do.
That's true.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Oh wait, that wasn't last time. That was. Like I said, as soon as we get cold fusion going, things are gonna
that's
take
gonna change.
off like crazy.
Oh, look at this. On this day in history, Israel was at war with someone else. 1982, they invaded
Isn't
Lebanon.
that like pretty much every?
When did they invade? Who?
Lebanon,
No.
who they're still at war with. They're always bombing Lebanon. Lebanon's shooting rockets to the Iron Dome. Crazy day. That's a lot on this day.
Hey, speaking of the Iron Dome, what do you think about
The Golden
the
Shower
Golden
Dome?
Shower Dome?
Yeah. You hear about this, Danny?
No. What is this?
The Defense Department, Pete Drunk Hexeth, announced the Golden Dome, which
Yeah.
is a missile defense system.
Okay, I've heard of the Golden Dome, but
Not the Golden Shower Dome.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's
Okay, I was
That's just
Yeah, so we'll have a
look.
missile defense network.
In concept, it sounds pretty cool, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Star Wars, man. I thought we
And,
still had
yeah, I
that.
know. And B, why does everything with Trump have to be golden? What's the deal with
I don't know.
What do you think the new Air Force One that he's working on is going to be like gold plated or something?
He's
It's going to be so heavy that it can't take off. It's going to crash.
I mean, he's the
it's
very
just-
definition of gaudy. Like, it just makes sense.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it.
Just gold leafing won't change.
The leaf, the whole out, the whole exterior is just leaf.
Yeah.
There's a dude with little like
Just
4 by
the
4
little
squares, leaf in the whole plane. It's gonna take for fucking ever. And their first take off,
One at
they
a
all
time.
come out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Scratch it. Oh,
God damn it, Tony! Stop scratching my leaf. That's my ladder, man.
I just wanted to ask about something I noticed the other day, and I don't even know if it's worth talking about, but we all went to dinner
Yeah,
a few nights ago before we saw Mission Impossible 37, The Final Frontier.
to be continued.
To be continued.
The not so final.
What? Is that your...
Yeah, this is the. Sorry, I
his
keep
mic.
moving it. I mess
Wow.
with it a lot.
Wow. No,
should
I need to
stop.
get a new one for you immediately.
Please do. Thank you.
It sounded like a freaking boat was capsizing or something.
talking to the whales through your microphone stand.
We all went out to dinner like 10 couples or something, right? It was a lot. There was a lot of us. There was
11 of us.
11, yeah, because Danny went alone.
Yeah.
But even with our progressive group, the waitress, not that she would know, came and brought the check to every male,
Every dude.
every
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
That's messed up.
and
But then every dude paid.
right, right. And I was just wondering, like, oh, why is it like that? Is that just
We're
is that
stuck.
just
We're stuck. It's
how-
never
well,
changing.
Is that just how society is? I guess.
That's just clearly defined gender roles that we all
Right.
conform to.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
This is the basis for the entire transgender debate.
Mm-hmm.
Has nothing to do with biology and everything to do with gender roles
That's
that we've
true.
created.
That's
that
true.
some people don't feel like they fit into and are more comfortable expressing the roles of the other gender.
Right.
That's the whole thing that people can't seem to separate is sex from gender roles.
Right.
Biological sex from gender roles. They're two very different things.
It's true. Interesting.
You think that's what's behind it all?
Absolutely. That's what
Definitively?
people don't get. That's what people don't get. If someone's biological sex does not match our societal assigned gender roles, they don't feel comfortable in their skin. Like that's the whole thing.
I think you might be onto something. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But I can't say definitively either way.
You don't know the science. Science isn't out on it. Well, let me tell you about something else that the science is out on. And Danny,
Yeah.
you're a big hat wearer.
Yeah.
Like he wears big
I was
hats.
looking this up today. I know where you're going with this.
Do you?
I feel like it's been said multiple times that we've cracked baldness,
Oh,
right?
no, you're close though. You're close.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
No. You cracked. Wow, I want to hear about this.
So we figured it out.
Did we?
I think so.
What
you
is
still have
it?
to pay for it.
Oh, like in Turkey?
Oh, I don't know.
That's where everybody goes for hair transplant surgeries now because it's like,
But it's not. It's the hormones.
oh,
It's not. So you don't have to do. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Moving
Well,
on.
well, I want to know now.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't.
Are you talking about like finasteride?
I had to pay for it to find out. That's why I'm trying to.
Finasteride and minoxidil or
Yeah, stuff
blocking
like that.
DHT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you really talking about that, or are you just agreeing? So we'll move on.
No, that's it. I can't remember. Actually, that sounds like it.
Those are the two medicines that are used to treat baldness.
Yeah, but I think that they have found a more effective
More
way
potent.
to
drug.
reactivate your follicles.
We'll see. There's actually a pretty big. I think there's a class action lawsuit right now I'm trying to remember now. McFarlane was telling me about it.
Yeah.
So you've heard of Hims
Yeah.
and Hers. There's most doctors will treat you with finasteride or with minoxidil. Hims will prescribe you both in either topical or pill form, so they're together. The topical mixture is apparently creating some crazy side effects in people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like road rage? Like, what do you mean crazy?
Like
side
impotence
effects?
and...
well, that could just be. I mean, hair loss and impotence kind of come
Go
together
hand
at
in
the
hand.
same time,
Yeah.
right? It's all around the same time in your life.
Not incel, impotence.
Yeah, no, I get it. I turned 40 and my penis doesn't work. I understand what you're
You were
saying.
bald way before 40.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a correlation there.
That's true.
Anyway,
growing.
yeah. Because I've taken Hims before, and I had the tablet form, you know.
For your hair?
And now you're impotent.
Did it help?
Yeah, I have hella pubes.
Help the wrong area?
Doc, they're
Remember
growing
that?
in the wrong place.
Got a
So-
Wolverine on his ass.
Well, that's the whole point. Is you're supposed to grow out your pubes so you'll have hair to transplant.
right, that's
into
where they
your
take
head.
it from. They take
Got
it
a
from
really
your pubes.
wiry hair up top. Doesn't really fit in.
That's the whole point.
Don't touch my hair. It's
know
like
that.
sandpaper.
Nice and thick.
Anyway, is that what you were talking about? Like the combo?
No,
Oh.
I think there's other stuff.
something else
I've
going
just
on?
seen a lot of new stuff, and
I guess now I need to look it up.
I shouldn't have brought it
Let's
up
talk
because-
about it last
Honestly,
time.
it would be if someone like that.
but I think they found like a cure for it. Or people
it's
have
gonna be
claimed.
a fucking trillion
I can
dollar
grow
industry.
my hair back. I haven't had hair since I was 20. How long ago was 2007?
It was a long time ago.
Actually, 6 is I think
20
is when
years
I
ago.
cut it.
It's been 20 years. What year? 25 right now, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
20
think so. Yeah. No,
Sorry,
I went.
hats.
I went hat shopping because I like hats, but I realized that I had an epiphany the other day with hats. I bought a Flex Fit hat,
Yeah.
and it starts to hurt my head eventually, and that's when I realized my head is so big.
He even has there's small, medium, large.
Yeah, I have the large, extra large.
He's got like the XL, double XL, flex fit,
It's big.
and it's
So
still tight.
So the elastic band is cutting off the circulation.
It hurts. It starts to give me a dull headache after
You
a
ever
little
tried
bit.
big snapbacks? Get
Well,
like an
that's my
extender
thing.
on it.
Are fitted hats not existent anymore? Do people not sell them?
It's been a while since.
What
I've-
about the MLB? Are the
like
players?
the non-flexy ones, right?
Yeah, like
I'm
a
talking
legit
about
fit.
straight fitted, like size 7 3/4, which is what my head is. That's huge.
I don't even know what mine is. It's big though.
Is that not fitted?
You guys
No,
both got big
No,
heads.
snapback.
Is
I just wonder why. What about this younger generation is like? They don't like fitted hats.
I think it's
anymore.
because the vast majority of people, flex fit works really well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no,
You got the-
but
you got the
flex.
fitted
Like
look.
I was shopping for Mammoth hats, and they don't even have flex fit. It's snapback and adjustable, which is the cloth one, and that's what I went with this time,
'Cause-
and it works pretty well.
The
But
adjustable?
I miss. Yeah, so like the cloth, like
Yeah.
the cloth.
like a
that you
belt
could-
buckle
like a belt
almost.
buckle.
Yeah.
And it tucks into the
Like a
side.
scalpel.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when he wears a snapback, he's on like the last.
I'm on the last.
last thing, so
That's why you get an extender.
Yeah, so
seatbelt extender.
yeah.
Oh no, I just moved my camera.
Oh, you're
Kicked it.
still good.
So yeah, what these kids just don't like the.
I'm curious if baseball players still wear.
No, they
fitted.
do.
Yeah.
They do.
They're
That's
not
the only
flex fit?
thing.
There's no big-headed
no,
baseball
that's
players.
like the only thing you can get fitted hats in now are baseball
baseball?
hats, and even then, some of them, like if you want the on-field ones, they're fitted, but like any specialty hats are like flex fit or snapback.
Have you done any research at all into fitted hat purchasing?
Have you gone into fans?
No.
Or what is that? Lids?
No,
Lids
I
or
haven't
fans?
done-
Yeah.
But
Is it still called fans?
no, I
mean,
think,
if it's even still around, I haven't been in a
think
mall in
Fanatics
forever.
bought it or Lids bought it. Fanatics buys everything.
New
so.
Era. No, that's the
New
brand.
era. That's what.
New
that's
Era.
whatever. That's what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember that Santa Clara Vanguard
Yeah.
drum
The New Era
drum
field
show?
show?
Yeah. Sometimes I get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I want to learn their cadence of chant.
I think it's just New Era.
But it was like random.
New
They'd be like,
era.
new era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could watch it.
We could watch it.
Pull it up.
Danny and I like drum corps videos.
Is that like hardcore? What's drumcore?
It's just
hardcore drums.
Yeah.
It's drum and bugle corps.
So it's like marching band without woodwinds,
That would.
better than high school.
Oh.
But they're basically pro. They're basically
if
pro.
there is
Can
such
you
a thing
be-
as pro, but
is
you
there
have
a
to pay to
pro
do it.
Drumline? Is that a thing?
That's what drum corps are. Like, they get paid, right? They get paid.
But what do they
Not
do?
the performers. I think they have to pay to do it.
Oh,
Like,
And then you age out at like 24 or something.
are they putting on shows?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like a competition.
they
You
come
go
to
a
Utah every
competition.
2 years. It's called
Corps
Drum
Encore.
Corps International, DCI.
Oh.
Have you ever, speaking of drum corps, normally I'm going to watch the drum line, right?
Oh, of course.
But have you ever heard the Carolina Crown horn section?
No.
If you guys want to be blown away, just
Sorry, you lost me a blown.
either YouTube or TikTok, Carolina Crown horns. It's crazy. And you don't have to be kind of like a band nerd to enjoy
I
it.
appreciate like wow.
Yeah, it's
that's
really
some
cool.
Good brass.
And you'll see. Yeah, their brass section is they're like robots.
Speaking of things that
DCI.
only come to Utah every now and then. Did you guys see that the Red Bull
Yeah.
soapbox derby is coming to Utah in
Oh,
a few
dude,
weeks?
isn't that like
It's on
this week?
Capitol.
It's like
First-
next week?
It's the 14th, I think.
Yeah,
So they're going to be going down Main where it's really
I
steep.
guess.
Right into the church reflecting pond.
It's under construction right now.
the soapbox thing is, or the Main Street.
I'm assuming all of Temple Square is still under
Oh
construction.
yeah,
well,
that's true.
We should go.
Yeah,
That'd be way
'Cause
fun.
those are hilarious.
Is
they're
that a-
so cool.
I was wondering if it was, I wasn't sure if it was local teams that do it, and it is. But
But like you're sponsored,
I guess, but
not by Red Bull, but by whoever. Like you find brands around town.
right. But we should go because it looks fun.
That'd be way fun.
and it's free.
Yeah, I really like the airplane ones, like the makeshift
float planes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They always
There's always
nosedive
one.
immediately.
There's always one that kills it, but the rest of them just like just right into the thing.
June
Oh, man.
14th.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
we
next
should go.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday, right?
Yep.
We should go.
Yeah. You go down to Pride this week. Happy Pride! It's June.
It is June.
Yeah,
It's June.
Pride this weekend for Utah, and Salt Lake City Pride, I believe, is 2 weeks from now.
Is
Like
it
the-
not this?
like the parade?
Is it not this? I think it's this
Utah
weekend.
Pride is this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Salt Lake City Pride is a couple weeks from now.
What's I thought the.
The parade is Utah Pride.
Oh,
the
okay.
big,
it's this
big one.
weekend.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the big Pride in like Library Square.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Utah Pride is massive.
Yeah,
it's
except
huge.
UTA won't be in it this year.
No, they pulled out of everything. They
Everything
caved. Everything.
UTA did?
except for
Yeah, they usually have a bus in all the parades.
well, they
What else they pull out of?
Every parade.
well
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they're not in any parades, but you also can't use your Pride ticket to ride UTA for free.
Oh, they're not doing free rides?
But you can use your conference ticket to ride UTA for
Now,
free,
that's-
or your University of Utah ticket to ride UTA for free, or
I
a
did not
myriad of
know.
other things to ride UTA.
Generally
for free.
speaking, when there's a big event downtown, like the Kilby Block Party,
Right.
you can ride UTA for free.
Just
And what you're
downtown, though,
saying-
right?
Yeah, just downtown. And so what you're
Can't
saying
you do
is
that all the time anyways?
you can ride tracks, but not
Oh,
the
no.
buses.
Right.
So what you're saying is during the church general conference,
Yes.
it's free. During
Yes.
University of Utah football games, it's free.
Right.
But during Utah Pride, it's not.
Correct.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
That's fucked up, man. Well, did you see all
That's
the?
what I heard on the radio. I don't know. Maybe correct
no,
me if
it's,
I'm wrong.
It's Utah. It wouldn't surprise me. Did you see a local representative, Trevor Lee, what he had to say about? So the
flag?
Utah Mammoth and the Utah Jazz and the Utah Royals all
Oh, I all did Pride
released their
stuff.
Pride logos.
Yeah.
Just a rainbow overlay their logo. And Trevor Lee, a representative from Utah in the state house, said that he went on some tirade on Facebook.
Of course he did.
That he's going to bring up massive legislation
Oh no.
to pull
How can,
tax subsidies from
Oh.
these sports teams
Heavens.
for supporting Pride.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Like
And listen, I don't think that sports teams should have tax subsidies. So, you know what?
But that's what my next thing was.
Yeah.
Tax. Well, I don't know if anybody should have tax
Yeah.
subsidies.
So in
Just-
principle, yeah, let's pull their tax subsidy. I don't think
totally agree with this guy.
Ryan Smith shouldn't be getting fucking shit from taxpayers. He's a billionaire. If you want to have a sports
and he's
team as a
going to make
hobby,
money off. He's
Yeah.
making money off of this.
Yeah. But to do it because they
I mean,
overlaid a rainbow
but-
over their logo.
It does make sense because the community makes a lot of it
I
too,
saw the
but-
Mammoth post theirs, and I was like, I'm gonna look at the comments, and
Oh,
then
no.
I decided against it. But Sarah, unfortunately, did look at the comments, and
Lot
my
of
thought
bigots.
is the people who are like, "Oh, I'll never go to a game again," like, "Oh no,
no.
oh shoot,
Oh.
we'll miss you."
Yeah.
I guess you can go
More tickets available.
yourself.
Yeah, you bigots aren't welcome. That was,
I guess I don't pay a lot of attention to what's going on in my community because I don't know anything about this stuff.
I guess not.
Except for the homeless shelter that's being built by your house that you
I didn't even know about that.
that you
Now I'm pissed.
protested. He was the only
he's
protester.
the only one there, and he's like, "Not in my neighborhood."
They can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't care where.
It's homeless Pride Month.
Oh my gosh. Real quick, a couple things I want to talk about. Brian made a great point to me the other day about AI and how it's going to kill us all. No,
Oh,
but,
should I ask Danny the question?
yeah, just a second.
Okay.
We'll get there real
Okay.
quick. I'm just run this down real quick. Owning land may be the only way to earn money in the future.
Yeah. Besides
So
your
if you-
universal basic.
And so
So if you don't own land yet, then you're done.
well,
'Cause you can't get it now if you don't have it.
renting houses. Yeah, basically. Well, here's the thing. So my house, you've been to my house.
Yeah.
You know it's a cracker box, and people are like, "Oh, at least you own a house, whatever," and that's
It's true.
true. It's great.
Yeah.
But my house is 700 square feet. It is small. It is smaller than my first apartment. It is.
And it's actually smaller because one whole bedroom, a decent sized bedroom,
yeah.
It's taken
is
up by
occupied
birds.
by birds.
That's true.
Like 30,000.
It's true.
I bet you would feel a lot bigger if you had reclaimed that room.
You could make it an office.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just let the cats in.
Now.
It's like the circle of life.
Circle of
So
life.
there's my house and then my neighbor and their neighbor. My neighbor's house is for sale. Okay, his house is I think 800 square feet. It's a tiny bit bigger than mine. But how much, Danny, would you guess that an 800 square foot house around the same size as mine is selling for in Ogden?
Well, I know prices are ridiculous, so I'm going to say something ridiculous.
Okay. I mean, don't go too crazy.
give it your,
300,000.
an honest effort.
Okay, he's trying to sell it for $290.
Okay.
He's getting lowballed at $260. He needs to sell it for $270.
Okay.
Which is crazy, right?
That's crazy.
It's crazy
It
that
makes
we
no
live in
sense.
in this area right now, and that's how much houses
If
are
you
going for.
saw Spencer's house and neighborhood, there is no way you would think that could be possible.
Right. There's actually a lot of houses for sale in my neighborhood
Yeah.
around that price. My house, according to at least Zillow, I haven't had it appraised since I bought it, is worth around $300,000 because of the extra land I have
around
on
it.
my house.
Basically 2 lots.
Right.
Yeah.
Now his neighbor's house, the epicenter of cats, where
Yeah.
all of the cats came from. The reason I have 17 cats crowding my house at night.
You can't listen.
Waiting to get in.
You cannot.
to the birds.
You cannot pass the buck here.
Look,
You cannot pass the buck here.
I will
There
take
is no
responsibility
way.
for feeding the cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I did not start.
You can't.
I did not.
You made a
start
choice.
The cat.
You made a choice.
the crisis.
Look at him downplay
I
this.
continued
Look at him downplay
the cat
this.
crisis. I did not start it. I'm not patient
You-
zero for the cats.
Right. You're the guy walking around
You're
in a super
perpetuating
spreader event, coughing on people during COVID.
I did do that
Yeah.
once. If you remember,
You-
I went to a Texas Rangers game with COVID.
Like I don't even know if we could quantify it. Like it was a 1, and you exacerbated it to a 99.
What? How did I know that one cat was going to turn into that many cats?
I think it's pretty basic knowledge. If you feed a stray cat, more will show up.
I didn't think that would happen. I didn't know.
But
If
you-
I would have known,
here's-
I would have never gotten turkey out of the fridge. and
you
given it to that
made
cat.
a decision to feed one cat,
yes.
not knowing that more would show up. But then you made a decision to feed the second and third cats.
That's true. I felt bad. It was cold. I'm a kind-hearted individual.
Now you're paying the price.
Now you're
Anyway,
paying the price.
so And let me tell you this other story real quick because I find it amusing, and maybe I only find it amusing because this lady drives me nuts. But the neighbor, okay, there were some stray dogs loose, and she came over to tell us because she was worried about her cats, and she started talking to Sarah out on the porch, and her son was hanging around, and she started to tell us.
Was he like 10?
Yeah, he's like 10 or 12, something like that. He's pretty young. She keeps telling her son to go home. She's like, "Go home, just leave," and she thinks the kid is gone. Right, as far as she knows, the kid is out of there, and she starts telling Sarah how she's moving, and I guess Sarah asks why, and she goes, "We are getting divorced," and from the
kid
background,
heard?
you hear the kid go, "What? You were doing what?"
Gosh,
Oh
dude.
man, it's brutal.
And she's like, "Go home, get out of here."
Oh, dude, that's
Of all the things to say to him in that moment,
Right,
after he's heard,
right.
to send
Yeah.
him away,
She's like, "No, you can't. I have
I'm upset at you for
questions."
finding out.
right?
Anyway, so she is selling her house.
Yeah.
Her and her husband. I'm
This
not
cat
sure.
lady?
Yes, this
Yeah.
is Cat Lady. And to be honest, I've known her for like 2 years now. I have no idea what her name is. I just call her Cat Lady.
What if her name was Catherine and she went by Cat?
Cat. That would be so amazing.
So weird that guy calls me Cat Lady.
Their house is probably double my house's size. It has a basement, a finished basement. And I don't know, obviously, what their financial situation is. I'm guessing it's not good. But guess how much they're selling their house for?
500.
$200,000.
What? Why?
It's so junked up
it's
and
gotta be
beat up
just-
and full of cats.
It's got to be just trashed. Like,
okay.
That they are, and there's on the listing, it's like limited disclosure.
yeah, cat urine's worse than meth.
But the
Can't
funny
get that
thing
out.
is, when you look at the Zillow listing, you don't notice it at first, but on your second scroll through the pictures of the interior, and they have done nothing on the inside to make it look presentable.
No,
It's
they
just
didn't
a
selling as
disaster.
is.
They didn't even like make a bed.
Right.
Yeah.
You can play Where's Waldo with cats, and there's
You can keep
cats
all
in
the
every
furnishing.
pictures. There's like a litter of cats,
Yeah.
and then there's like 6 cats in the kitchen, and there's cat. It's hilarious. There's cats in the windows. There's
Yeah.
cats everywhere.
I don't
A
even know
mental
what you would do
disorder.
if you bought the house.
I-
Like,
strip everything
how
out.
long
Do you
would it
think-
take for the cats to leave, though?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if she's taking how many she's taking with her.
She's not taking any with her.
I
man.
hope she takes some of
She's
them. I
not
can't
taking-
afford all these
she's
cats.
not taking
Once
any-
she's gone, a lot of these cats are going to end up in a shelter. So if you want to adopt a cat,
They'll find their way back to your house.
They might find their. Yes, they will.
the critical
That's what I
journey,
mean. Like they're.
homeward bound.
They're yours forever now, dude. And their children.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
I got to
No.
sell this house. Anyway, that's just thought it was crazy. So if you are looking for an investment, it's pending. It's pending sale now. But
But you have to
you know
clean all
what's
the-
even worse
the
is
cat piss
that
out.
she's like the day they put it up for sale for $215, they sold it like they got it someone to buy immediately, but then they did a home inspection
Sight unseen.
and they backed out. So I don't know what's in there that they found in the
Like,
home
nothing's
inspection
worth this. You have
Telling
to
you.
pay me to take this.
Pee, man. It's
because
cat
it
pee.
must just be a
Yeah, how much you're gonna have to
complete
pay to-
disaster.
Yeah.
But Brian asked me a question the other day when we were coming home from band practice. What was it?
Was it about our generation's bigotry? That
No, it was actually about what we were talking about selling houses, and you were like, "Well, what if you just sold your house and
oh yes,
bought an RV?"
yeah. I know personally 2 people who have sold everything with children, bought an RV, and just live in
off.
the RV and just drive around the country. And they work remote.
I was gonna say, how do you work?
One of the
you have
benefits-
to be able to work remote.
Well, yeah, one of the benefits of COVID was most employers realizing that that's a possibility for certain types of work.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are going back though. And
Would you? Is that remotely appealing to you?
I feel like that's a summer
Yeah,
activity.
like a month, 6 weeks,
I would
maybe.
I think I would get pretty burnt out.
You get old.
yeah,
And
And
I don't think I'd do it with my kids, especially the age they are.
Yeah, some of these, like
know?
one of these people I know, she's a bit of an influencer on Facebook, and like telling this story of them traveling, and she got pregnant. Like
There's a couple of things I have questions about with that.
I'm not talking. I know what you're talking about, which is how did she get pregnant in an RV with her kids there? I'm talking about the fact that while pregnant, she's still living in an RV, traveling around the country. That I don't.
To what end?
That's the question. Like, why?
You feel like you have to drive around now. Like,
Yeah.
I
that
feel
would
like
get old.
I would do it for a week and then just end up in a Walmart parking lot in Nebraska and be like, "Yeah, I'm done. Can
sell my RV, buy my
Yeah,
house back.
Like a lot of people want to see the country.
But once you've been, I don't know.
There's really not that
I've
much
been
to
to
see.
a lot of places, and there's differences. But unless you like live there for a year, you're never gonna experience.
No, you're not going to get to know the people.
Right, you're never gonna experience that place for what it really is.
You're going to go to that one like kitschy restaurant in this small town, which
Right.
might be fun. To
No,
your point,
that's the only thing I would
for like a month, you go to the small towns and eat at the one local restaurant.
Although you'd probably be rolling the dice a lot
Yeah.
on bowel movements because I'm sure a lot of these small towns don't have
Right.
health inspectors up there.
And an RV facility just doesn't
No,
the
dude.
smell.
just doesn't cut
The
it.
smell. Oh my gosh.
And then that it'd be a constant, like, you're constantly running the back of your mind. Where are we going to park it?
Yeah.
Where are we going to hook it up? How much is this going to cost?
Right. Yeah, because it's not super expensive, but that would add up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how much is it like a KOA to pull your RV in there? It's got to be like $50 a night, right?
I
Get so sick of KOAs.
Oh yeah.
I'm already sick of it.
You're already
I'm just talking
thinking
about it.
about
I'm sick of it.
There's an RV campground like that's not. It's
sound-
not cheap.
It sounds like some. It sounds fun. It sounds like something you do to be seen by others doing, not because you want to do it yourself.
Sure. Which
So
doesn't
that
So
you-
everybody's like, "Oh, they're so fun," and
But in reality, you hate your life and
Yeah.
you want to be home.
you're just driving around,
Like,
just
we're
pissed
talking-
off at each other.
But, like,
you're
when do you-
homeschooling your kids. You're not even homeschooling. You're RV
Step
schooling.
your
them.
RV
Yeah.
schooling
Like,
your
it's
Your
kids.
mobile schooling.
Yeah, that's another.
Mobile
step.
schooling.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm a little bit introverted. I was mobile schooled growing up.
Yeah.
you're sitting at the RV table and up front, Dad's driving like, "Get the fuck off the road, you asshole!" Talking-
Wait, I just
road
realized
rage.
something.
AC's going down again.
I just realized something. If you're working remote,
Yeah,
when do you have time to drive?
nighttime.
So you get off work and then you drive?
Or you.
This sounds like a terrible life. Who's
I don't-
doing
well,
this?
I mean,
That's what
you
I-
have to have very specific jobs to do this too.
I
Not
could
everybody can do
I
it.
could do that with my not technically, but because they make me sign something that says I'll work at my house only. But I
Whoa, you have to work at your house only?
Yeah,
yes,
he has a thing.
our boss sometimes is like winks and
That's
just
weird,
don't
man.
tell me. But
Can't
anyway,
you go to the library, get some work done?
I probably could, but
weird.
there is some like I would have to disclose that I'm.
Can't rent some office space
Yeah,
and go.
Yeah.
I could probably do that.
but you have to have like a home.
But
base.
obviously, I could only keep up the charade of being on the move all the time for so long before I'd have to come clean and be like, but
Have like a backdrop that looks
right,
like your
right.
yeah,
living
But-
room.
That sounds like a terrible life.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'd get off at 3:30 and just let's go to I don't know, but
yeah.
What about when you don't have
Minnesota.
to work anymore? Would you do it then?
again, it sounds like a fun summer project to drive around the
Like,
U.S.
would you like when you retire?
I'd
you
want an
sell
RV
everything?
in addition to my house to
Right.
go do fun RV stuff, but that's it.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever sell my house and have my main residence be mobile.
right.
I can maybe be convinced to do like a small house.
Yeah, you get a smaller house,
Yeah.
but spend most of your
Hey,
time.
I know one that's only $200,000, which is less than what I paid for my house. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's
anyway,
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's something that if defend your position. If you're listening to this and you're all for it,
Write it in the comments.
write it. Tell us. Let us know if why you think that would be
like it makes
a good
yeah,
idea.
It makes a good like 30-second TikTok, but then
It's a
if
good
you just
story.
think about it for like a few seconds
Are
later,
you doing it for yourself? Really? Is this what you want?
is this what you want?
Oh, there's no way the kids want to do that, right? There's no.
They
freaking-
probably,
unless
I don't
they're-
know. They probably think it sounds cool. Then they're like, oh,
Yeah, but a road trip always sounds cool.
Yeah, and then
and
you-
I determined
halfway there, you're like,
I've
"Ugh."
determined the most time. The longest road trip you ever want to take is 4 hours.
it's not a road trip.
After 4 hours, it's terrible, and I know this because every time I get to St. George when I'm going
That's
to
Cedar
Vegas,
City.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Before you even get to
I'm
St.
over
George,
it.
you're like, dude,
I'm
screw
over it.
this.
And so, and I used to drive, like my parents and I would drive from Texas to Utah
Oh,
or
dude.
Arizona all the time growing
Oh,
up.
that's
like
crazy.
almost every year, every other year we did that. So I've been on a 22-hour road trip. It's not fun. It's not fun after the first 4 hours. So I can't
What if
imagine.
you had a couch to sit
Yeah,
on
you got
while
a
you were
couch.
doing it?
I don't know.
TV.
You got a TV.
I guess
You got a bed.
I had my Nintendo 64 in the van.
Yeah, but you can't stretch your legs. You know,
We took out the middle seat. So there
I didn't
was-
have any TVs in the cars
No.
growing up.
No, we finagled one when I was
Like a
yeah.
Game Gear once. And
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
weird.
know.
I don't know. I can't imagine doing that. But I know 2 people now
more
who
power
have
to you, man.
uprooted their family.
Who is it? Like, how do you know?
You don't know them. I worked with them.
Okay.
Oh.
I know people.
I mean, my wife has some family that like bought some land out in Oklahoma, and they live on an
Oh.
RV there,
Oh,
and they're slowly and they
dying
homeschool.
because they're going to get hit by a tornado.
I can't remember if it's Oklahoma, but it's somewhere. Maybe it's like Kansas or
It
something.
doesn't
or,
matter.
Or
It's all right there.
somewhere.
I'm going to
Missouri
move
or
to
something.
Tornado Alley and live in a trailer. That's been my dream.
I mean, it's like they're like someday we'll build a house, but we're living in this, and we're homeschooling. It's like a half wide. What do you? Not a double
Single wide.
Single wide.
Half wide's even smaller. That's an RV.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's an-
true.
it's an
2
RV.
RVs put together would be a
single wide.
Single
Single
wide.
wide. Yeah.
Double wide is 4 RVs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sweet.
Have you ever noticed how many? We don't have a ton of them in northern Utah, but I think most of the country lives in mobile homes, in trailers, in like single wides, double
Really?
wides.
That would be an
It's-
interesting stat to find
yeah.
out.
There's so many.
My
trailer
grandma lived
parks.
in a double wide. It was like
There
a
was-
old folks.
There wasn't that many that I remember in Texas. There was about an equal amount here, but I did have a few friends that lived in what could probably be called a double wide, but it wasn't. It was a manufactured
permanent?
home.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Was, it was.
But that's a double wide still.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but you couldn't hook it up overnight and
No,
and
no, no.
leave.
No, that's not what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I'm talking about
There's
Tw-
a few trailer parks in Riverdale.
20 million Americans according to Google.
That's not that many.
That's not. I thought it was more than 6%
Yeah.
of the total U.S. housing stock.
I think most
Do they-
people live in condos.
do they
Or
count
not
manufactured homes, though?
condos? What are they called?
Apartments,
The houses that are
Townhomes.
that's
semi-detached.
I mean, in
don't
big
know.
cities, it's mostly
name.
condos and apartments.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Interesting.
And apartment buildings are just starting to pop up everywhere.
Oh yeah,
It's insane.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's the
I don't know
future
how
of living.
people
I mean,
are living. Like, to be honest, because rent on apartment is like a 2-bedroom apartment is as much as my mortgage.
it's double my mortgage, man.
Well,
Well, a lot
it's
of
because
people.
you bought at the right time.
They don't have a they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, it's just nuts. I don't know how people are doing it. And every time I go to Walmart now, I buy like 5 things and it's $50. It's just like a bag of chips, toilet paper, and bananas, and it's $50 somehow.
You need to get a
Yeah.
bidet. You see it. You get a bidet, you save on toilet paper.
That's true. I do agree with that.
And
but
your
you know,
quality of
you know
life,
what
it
my
just shoots
reasoning
through the
is?
roof.
Every time I think about getting a bidet, I'm like, I'm just gonna move here soon, and I'll just get a new toilet.
They're
with
like
a built-in-
$30.
I know. I'm just telling you. That's what goes
And
through my mind.
you could take it off.
That's what goes through my mind. Is there's no point. I'll just.
I talked
I'll
about
just get
getting a debate. A debate.
a bidet.
day, and until my wife, she's like, "Well, I mean, I just, it's hard to know, like, because I know what you're doing with it in there." I'm like, "What do you think I'm doing with the toilet paper?"
What do
That's a weird.
you mean? Like,
I know what you're doing in there.
Well,
How do
you know I'm shooting it up my pee
that
hole?
makes it sound sexual.
No,
like,
she
I
has
know what you're
hang-ups
gonna
about
do with
anything
that.
toilet related.
Look,
Right.
I have a setting on my shower head that's way better than bidet. So if I have a really bad incident, I'll
You
just
take
hop
a
in there
shower.
and
Yeah, I mean that's always the
put it on the not vibrate, oscillating mode. That's what I'm talking about.
What are you doing in there? Don't worry about it.
Bidets are great though. I should get one. I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm dragging my feet.
I don't know. They're so cheap. I mean, they range. You can get really nice ones.
There's like whole department stores in Japan dedicated to
Yeah, like you can get
bidets.
You can get expensive ones that like
heated
you
seats.
heat the seat or heated water.
I went to
you
the
know?
hotel in Oahu once
Yeah,
that had a really nice, like probably straight out of Japan. Oof, it was good.
yeah. You'll save a good, I don't know, 40 cents a shit if you have a
Do you
bidet.
think that big toilet paper
I
is,
do double
is
that.
putting down
Big toilet paper.
bidets?
For sure.
There's a whole
Definitely.
South Park episode about that. Randy, the character Randy, gets a bidet and then
Well, think about it. Next
starts
time
preaching
COVID
about
happens.
it, and big toilet paper
Yes.
tries to assassinate him.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, we're going to have a run on toilet paper again. It'll
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It
Get a bidet.
COVID just showed us our failings.
Right.
The things were water and toilet paper.
All of our enemies were like, so all we got to do is disrupt the toilet paper supply?
yeah,
That's fucking
and they
easy.
start
we were
to tear
trying
each other apart.
We were going to bomb their Air Force bases and
There-
stuff.
there's some
Nah,
kids in-
man. Nah.
There's some kids in my neighborhood that had a bunch when it was like at its height.
Yeah.
And they were running out to like the main street coming through my neighborhood trying to sell it. And people were about to go raid that house.
That's so fucked
Just out
up.
of principle, not
Oh,
because
yeah.
they wanted toilet paper. They're pissed off that they're
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's when you drive by with a super soaker, soak the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Because you can't save it.
Right.
You can't salvage that.
nope, it's
You know?
gone.
Gosh.
Here's a question for you, Danny.
Yeah.
You have children.
Yes, I do.
Let's say, not your children, let's say your grandchildren. You have a grandson
Yeah.
25 years from now.
Do you foresee your children getting married and repopulating?
Probably. Yeah.
Are they good looking enough? And
I
perpetuating
mean,
the species?
that doesn't matter.
that's true.
That's proven to not matter.
Yeah, I know. Look at you.
I'm not. Yeah. Never mind.
There's an ass for every seat, as my mom would say. So you're 25, 30 years from now, you have a grandson who comes to visit you, introduces you to his significant other that he's dating, and it's an AI robot. What would you do? What would you say?
I mean, I would say I don't get it, but
Yeah.
but I mean, also, like, I don't know what I'm going to be like in
That's
25
fair.
years. You know what I mean?
What
because
if-
it's not like that's going to happen overnight. And
What
all of
if
a sudden,
well, it's going to feel like it probably to
some of us, yeah.
I saw a TikTok who was like, we should be easier on boomers. We know they're bigoted, but we're probably going to be them, but towards AI.
Like, I don't get these kids.
Yes.
These kids doing their AIs.
Yeah, we didn't used to fuck the robots. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
I
let me
don't really
ask you
get it.
this: what if he brings home a black AI? An AI of color.
Well, I think it all comes down to whether, and I don't even know if this maybe matters, but do we think that they're sentient?
Yes. We have to assume they're sentient.
Or
'Cause, I mean, in
something.
that case, it's like I don't see. If we get, and this is really science fiction-y stuff. Like right now, this makes no sense.
Sure.
But like, if artificial general intelligence or super intelligence happens, and these AI entities show that they are sentient, and then we evolve as a society and think, okay, well then they have rights and feelings and everything.
Would you support that?
I mean,
Would you vote for representatives who were pro passing legislation to give sentient robots rights?
rights.
Man, that's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, that sounds really weird in our context right now, but
But to this creator's point, transgenderism, gay rights sounds just as weird to the boomers now, and maybe even older people than boomers, silent, as we're saying it's going to be weird about to AI.
No, it's true.
right.
well, are you saying like can you legally is it a marriage thing that you're talking about, or just rights in general?
Either one.
Like, can you marry an AI?
Because by and large, they might not say it, but people who are opposed to gay marriage are going to be typically opposed to the relationship as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So, whether or not you're legislating it, are you going to be like, ooh, to your grandson or
Well,
granddaughter?
it really depends on how attractive the AI is. Is it a good-looking AI? Like, what are
Assume
we
they
talking
look
about?
just like us.
That's so weird.
And the only difference is that
They don't age and die.
they don't age and die.
So
right.
my grandson will age and die.
Maybe
and that's
we-
the only reason I'd probably be like, bro, I don't know if you want. I don't know
Maybe
if you
we
wanted to get
program
involved
them
in this.
to.
Okay, but
Right.
that would be really horrible. Think about if we found out that we didn't have to age and die, but they someone
man.
programmed it into us.
I already believe that.
That's
And I think that
How pissed would you be to
that-
find out?
I think that if you follow most religions down their logical train, they believe that as well.
That we don't have to age and
Yeah,
die?
I mean, even the Christian Bible, Adam lived to be like 900 years old.
that's true.
So what changed?
Yeah, I mean, but they still die. They still age
I mean,
and
that's
die.
a big fucking difference.
Not from eternal
Go from
perspective.
75 to
No difference.
900.
Anyways, but that's the only that might be one of the biggest things I'd be like, listen, I understand you have feelings for this entity, the entity, right? And I understand this, like, now we understand they're sentient and you can develop relationships, but dude, you're gonna get old and die and they're just gonna move on, and at some point that's gonna be really painful. That might be the reason
Is it
why to
gonna
like
be-
second
But
guesses.
if you get old and die, it's not painful to you. You're dead. So really, you have a nice, hot, sexy, young AI your whole fucking life, and then
What
you
does
die.
AI get out of this?
Well, nothing.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Do they deserve to get anything out of it?
Man.
Would you vote for their rights?
Are we in 50, 60, 100 years, is someone going to listen to this and are we going to get canceled?
For sure.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, my whole thing is like, I don't really care about things getting rights, people or entities getting rights.
No, it's just part of the conversation, though, right?
I'm very pro, like, just allow people to have rights that
Are they people?
people, entities, corporations, what have you. Maybe not corporations, but
The answer, you're saying yes, you would. Yes, you would. You would vote to give them rights.
yeah.
I'm not
'cause
saying you're
What's
wrong.
the harm in that?
I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not playing any sort of devil's
Well,
advocate. I'm
so-
just asking
Say.
the question.
So I don't know, like,
don't
maybe
know.
this is kind of changing the subject, but like, so you put it in parallel with things that we've dealt in the recent past, like, okay, should transgender or homosexuals have rights to participate in the things that the rest of us do, like get married, things like that. What are your thoughts on polygamy? Should that be legal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with polygamy. I have a problem with conflating polygamy with teenage marriage.
Right.
Well, right, but that polygamy doesn't
Consenting
necessarily,
adults?
yeah.
I have no problem. I don't care.
Because I know that's like a hang up especially in Utah, because it's part of our like history.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think we should
No, it's the same argument.
withhold rights from anyone for
It's the
anything,
same-
and
it-
let people just choose, even if I'm morally against
Definitely.
it. You know?
It's the same exact
So-
argument for gay rights.
Yeah.
I have no problem with polygamy between consenting adults. The problem is these
when
cults.
it becomes a cult.
These cults that use it.
Well, right, but that's a separate
marrying
issue,
children.
right? Because
Right.
I mean, you can have cults around the normal. There are cults based on our normal conception of
Most
marriage.
cults are based around
Yeah.
that.
The normal, marriage.
normal,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
What we quote unquote normal, right?
Yeah.
So
No, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I might not understand it,
But yeah, if it
but
came
who
up-
knows what we will experience in the next 25 years? So who knows?
I think it's a pretty strong argument that this creator made. It's a really strong argument that we're going to be the old people going, wow.
So what do you think then? What do you guys think? You guys heard what I think.
No, man. It is weird. It is weird to think about.
Well, in our current context,
Like-
it's really
You ask a great question, which is when we're talking about rights, which is
Uh-huh.
what does it harm? And that is the question.
yeah.
Right?
Even if someone goes against my moral values, why not allow them the right to do, as long as it's not hurting anyone else?
Right. For sure. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
This would be a great question for Jake Vockler, because this would really test his libertarian mindset.
That's true.
Would he live and let live here? Would he let the AI live? That's the real question, Jake, that I want to know.
I need proof that they're sentient and that they have feelings. Okay,
I don't know. That's
and not just programmed.
But
to
that
look
is
like
a
it.
great thing. Like, how do you prove that?
I don't know.
Doesn't seem compatible.
Like, if I were to ask you to prove that you're sentient, how would you actually prove it?
Pass a Turing test.
Well, right now, yeah, I don't know.
Our AIs have already passed a Turing test, and we still don't believe they're fully
Yeah,
sentient. So.
no, it's gonna happen probably a lot sooner than we think.
Oof. That's weird. I don't like it.
I mean,
Yeah.
people can already
I don't like it.
marry their cats.
I don't like
stuff
it.
or whatever.
I don't like it.
Like Spencer
Nope.
married his cats. I mean, it's
You're very conservative.
I don't like it.
it's just
I don't want.
You're
I
a
don't want AIs
conservative
moving
boomer.
into my neighborhood. I don't want AIs
Exactly.
taking my jobs,
Millennial.
coming across our borders.
Yeah, when millennials are the same connotation as boomers here pretty soon.
yeah. AI Pride Month. Whatever happened to Veterans Pride Month?
Whatever happened to Gay Pride Month?
Yes, exactly. That's what's gonna happen.
Back in my day, a man and a man got married, not a man and an AI.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen,
No,
right?
No, we're all going to be dead before that happens.
But it's gonna happen. I don't know, man.
I don't know. With
I don't
AI,
know.
we could live longer.
No, we're all dying in
I
2030.
feel. Oh, you think we're gonna die in the AI wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. We all voted to not
Or,
give them rights, so they kill us.
Actually, I have
Right.
I have a thing that goes along with that later. But
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. What?
escape velocity, that's an AI question, not a aerospace question. Do you guys think that we have or even have the possibility to reach escape velocity as far as aging goes? As in, we're extending life, and every year we're extending it even a little bit more, so that those who are still alive will eventually never die, because we'll just keep advancing at this rate to the point. Keep kicking the can down the
The
road.
real question is,
Do you want to?
do you want to?
Right. Yeah, that's the follow up to that question.
There is an important addendum to the question, which is, let's say that you are permanently 35 years old, right? If you were permanently 35, you might want to live longer. I think most people want to die because their body stops
Well,
working.
I
They're
think
like,
with
"Fuck
this, it would come with a de-aging.
yeah,
I don't know if
your
any of it's
consciousness
possible.
in a new body,
no, just
an
assume
AI body.
that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You could just assume that we can fix our body. It doesn't have to involve that.
Yeah, you can like
There's that
what's
billionaire
show?
that's doing it. What's his name?
Yeah, the Brian Hales or
He looks-
No, that's a Mormon dude.
Do you remember the Bond when they were on the ice and the dude had like the mask, the light mask, and it?
Yeah,
That's what that guy looks like to
The-
me. He's a
like
Bond
the-
villain.
the diamonds. In
Yeah,
his,
he has the diamonds in his face, and he
Yeah.
changes the
He started like PayPal or. No. It was something like that though. It was like
It is. He's like the Elon Musk.
he's from Utah,
not
He lives
aging.
in L.A. now, but
Wow. I didn't know that.
What's his name?
Brian something, Brian Johnson.
Anti-aging billionaire.
Don't die. I think
Don't
that's the
die
name of it.
billionaire.
Yeah, don't die.
Brian Johnson, the tech entrepreneur who spent
right.
$2 million
Freaking nailed it.
annually.
Yeah.
$2 million annually on anti-aging treatments. He follows a strict regimen of diet, exercise, and supplements in his documented his journey in Netflix documentary titled "Don't Die: The Man Who Wants to Live Forever."
Yeah, I watched it. The thing is, what he's doing is not living. He's spending every moment
Yeah,
doing this stuff.
Yeah.
You have to keep up on it. That it's like that is his life. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you want to live forever,
Tell
your
me-
eternity is doing that.
Tell me this guy doesn't. That is a Bond villain, man.
Look at what
That's
he
a
used to
Bond
look like.
villain. Look at this guy. He's even holding a little vial that is just, that's probably like,
his son. So
Yeah.
he did a blood transfusion with his son. Him and his dad and his son. They basically his son's like his blood boy.
he's got like a vial of Chimera. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to live.
But do you
Forever.
think we can? Do you think it's possible? First of all, because some people have said we've already reached escape velocity.
So, there are people right now who think that some people alive today will never die.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's happening. I don't think
Because
I don't think in our lifetimes. I think that there's a possibility that we could be replaced by an AI version of ourselves.
uploading consciousness might be a thing.
well, you don't think that they can extend our life with so the technology that will come out as long as AI and like quantum computing can give us within the next like 10 years will extend our lives enough until we make the next breakthrough and extend it even further.
The thing is with AI is it's going to reach a peak here pretty soon because of the power that it takes.
That's
the power.
That's true.
But it's going to come up with a way to get more power.
Until we have cold fusion, none of this is going to happen.
It's going to use human bodies
You're
as
going to
batteries.
need to have a cold fusion core for a body for something like that to live forever, or figure out a way to literally replicate organic bodies.
That's what I was going to say. Like the nuts and bolts of it is it's going to have to be able to print organs.
Right.
Like organs that will last another 200 years. Like someone's liver's failing, it's going to have to be able to print a liver and successfully transplant.
Do you guys not think that aging is something that can be solved, like medically?
I don't know. Is it being worked on?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Do you think cold fusion's possible?
I also don't think that we're as far ahead medically as.
No, it's all pretty primitive still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
But
Like
you are right. AI could change all that. But like
also-
AI has a limitation right now, and that's the amount of power that it
Right.
takes,
And that's
the amount of water that it takes.
And that's why they're planning on building all those huge solar farms and stuff.
Yes. See, now they're into solar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't get that much power
Did you see
in a
the
non-renewable source.
Did you see the clause in the big beautiful bill about AI?
I
That
haven't
passed the
read
House?
anything about the
Oh,
big
So-
bill.
the states can't regulate it.
There's in the big beautiful tax bill. I call it that because fucking Trump calls it that.
Right.
So everybody knows it by
That's
that.
what it's called.
It passed the
Is that
House.
his middle name?
Yeah.
It passed the House, and there's a clause in there that Marjorie Taylor Greene admitted to not knowing was in there.
There's a
funny
shocking
that
amount of
she's-
senators that have admitted things
House.
that
Senate
they did
hasn't
not
passed
read.
it yet.
Like a shocking amount.
Yeah.
I've watched Colbert
Admitting
and
to
all
do
this
something
shows.
they always do. Is
She
never read
says
it.
she says she wouldn't have signed it had she seen this, but there's a clause that states cannot pass any regulatory laws regarding AI for 10 years.
Why?
It's got to be someone, an author of the bill, has been blackmailed by AI, by the entity.
The entity.
Why else would you put that in there? Why the fuck would you put that in there? That is weird. For 10 years, you can't touch AI. You can't regulate it.
Creeped out now.
I know, it's a weird one.
I'm creeped out.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't think it's going to pass the Senate. But
Yeah, it's getting a lot of negative.
I mean, it only passed the House with like 2 votes.
Elon Musk.
Oh, man, their meltdown. Their meltdown.
We
is
all.
just-
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, we've
and
been
it's probably a big distraction,
probably,
but it's still pretty hilarious.
it's great.
Did
the
you see
Epstein file.
You
thing?
seen all this, Danny? Trump and Elon
Yeah.
having a big
Yeah.
falling out.
Yeah.
And Elon saying Trump's on the
Epstein
the
files?
Epstein files.
And he even said impeach Trump. Like,
Wait,
And
he
then
says-
Trump-
Wait, Elon says Trump is on the.
Yeah,
Epstein
that's
files?
why they
I
haven't
think we
been
already
released.
knew that.
Oh, we did. But
But-
that's why they haven't officially been released. And Trump then threatened to pull all of SpaceX's contracts and Tesla. Tesla
my
stock dropped by
gosh,
like
dude.
15%.
It's like 2
More?
months ago they were like,
oh yeah,
he's so, Elon Musk. Like, the people that work for his companies have to just be like, dude,
can I just build a rocket,
bro,
please? Can I-
somebody assassinate this guy.
Can I please just build a rocket? Yeah. What else did he tweet? Oh, Trump will only be around for 4 more years. I'll be around for another 40. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. It's probably a big distraction, but whatever. It's pretty
planned
funny.
it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
listen, in 2 months we got to pretend like we're mortal enemies, okay?
Exactly. Exactly. Because I'm going to pull some shit. We're going to go invade Panama. We're going to invade Canada. We're going to invade Greenland. We got to let people be distracted by our fight.
Gosh.
Do you guys want to keep on the AI topic here for a second?
Sure,
I have
yeah.
a few. Okay, so back to our night out on the town the other night. We went to see that
The
movie.
Entity. Yeah.
What'd you guys think about that movie?
Mission Impossible.
Final Reckoning.
Was it-
I
Go ahead.
thought it was way too long.
Yeah.
I made a decision at the end of that movie after seeing that and Oppenheimer that I will no longer watch 3-hour movies in
In
the
a theater, yeah.
because they're just
Especially
too
right after you go out to dinner.
freaking long.
I'd be down with an intermission.
Sure.
Yeah, bring those back.
Yeah, bring
Sure.
those back. It was long.
And
I
there
don't
was
think it needed to be as long.
some scenes that
but-
me and Brian have some disagreements about that were unnecessary.
These are like friendship ending disagreements.
Do we care about spoiling? You guys want to talk about it?
Well, I mean,
It's not spoiling. It's just
Sure,
that the
listen,
submarine scene was too long.
if you
That's
haven't
all.
s-
The
if-
submarine scene
He was
too
moving
long
too slow
and
the
too
whole time,
boring.
dude. Come on.
it's building suspense. The whole thing was
It laid it on a little thick.
Listen, spoiler alert. Don't listen if you don't want to know. But they went through a whole spiel about you'll run out of air. You got to
10
hurry.
minutes.
Right?
Said
And
10
so
minutes.
of course
Yeah,
they're
it
gonna.
was supposed to be 10 minutes, and the scene took like 30.
Of
So how
course
does that
they're.
work?
Of course they're gonna make it feel long because they're trying to build suspense that he's gonna run out.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
I mean, you can
He
show the
obviously
passage of time.
wasn't
You don't
going
actually
to.
have to take 10 minutes in the scene, though.
Right. I didn't think it was too long. I liked the submarine. scene.
I mean, I feel really uncomfortable
Him,
with
Ethan,
deep
and
underwater
Steph
stuff.
loved the submarine scene.
Yeah.
Me and Sarah were like, that was awful.
I liked it because it made me very uncomfortable.
which it's
and it was
supposed, to
supposed
do.
to, yeah.
It was so. Were you bored?
I was.
Okay.
I was bored. I was bored. I
you
was
also
like,
have severe ADD.
let's get out of here. I'm ready to go home.
I think you would have liked it had you taken a Vyvanse.
It is one of those scenes, though, where it's like in like horror movies, where it's like everything in this scene is going to go wrong.
Right.
And I can predict now
Yeah.
that I know that everything's going to go wrong.
For sure.
All those missiles, they're going to be falling. They're going to block a door. He's going to try and get out the torpedo. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
He's going to, and his pack's going to get ripped off.
I will say there was a bit of a hole in that scene for me, which is how did he open
Yeah,
the
how did
torpedo
he
you have to
open
hit
the
it hard.
torpedo bay?
You just have to hit it hard.
Is that it? What?
with your fist?
No.
Yeah.
But he's right though, because wouldn't the pressure, that water pressure at that
I mean,
at
I think
that
they-
level,
I
Then
think
you have
they-
to flood the tubes.
I think they
before
slide
you shoot.
open.
Well, you have to flood the tubes before they
Yeah.
open. If Hunt for Red October has taught me anything,
That's true. Got to flood the tubes.
yeah, or Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
other than that, I thought it was good. The last half an hour was great.
That's because
my
it's something,
watch-
something he's interested in.
No,
that's
no,
why.
the
Yeah,
whole
it's
it
because
wasn't
it's
the
planes.
The planes
Airplanes,
was fun,
dude.
but it was more than the whole
All
thing.
analog
The whole
planes.
thing was great.
Fly by wire.
And my watch did go off and say that my heart rate was too high for sitting. It's like your heart
'Cause
rate
you're
is
watching airplane
above
play.
128,
Get the airplane plane on.
That's awesome.
and you're just sitting. You should probably go see a doctor. No.
Yeah. I'm not a movie critic. In my opinion, I really liked it. It wasn't the best Mission Impossible, but
What is the best Mission?
I think Mission Impossible 3 is the best. Mission
1 and
Impossible.
3 are really good.
That's what people say.
I like Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, I mean, all of them were good.
They're
other
all
than
good.
2.
2 fucking sucks.
I mean, I'll still watch it, but
I own all of them except for 2. I did tell Ethan that I would buy 2 because he says that's his favorite.
because you're a completionist.
yeah.
Just
yeah.
How could you have all of them but 2? That feels so.
Because 2 sucks.
I
that
know,
is that
but
is a that is
gotta
a
have-
insult
I mean,
to John Woo.
I don't know.
Who was the bad
And
guy?
Limp
Was it
Bizkit.
Sean?
No, it's a guy that looks like the guy you're thinking of.
Not Sean Bean.
Sean Penn.
No.
Not Sean Penn.
It's an Australian dude. Or maybe he's British, but they go to Australia. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I kind of mix up like Trevelyan.
Clive Owen. He kind of looks like Clive Owen with long hair.
Yeah. What's his name?
Okay, so I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I don't think that the villain, this one and the last one, is a very strong villain.
No, I liked the guy in the ones before that with the glasses, with the
Yeah.
high voice. You know, he
Yeah.
just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, and this like Gabriel guy, he's fine, but he's not as like. I guess half of it is the AI is half the villain, right?
Yes.
But what do you
is
think about the AI? Do you think it? I mean, obviously it's a movie; it's not meant to
kind
be
of scary.
realistic.
But
Do you think
But-
if an AI got as much hold on the system as that AI, we'd ever have a chance
no,
to ever stop
Not
it?
a chance.
Like, it's
not
over.
A chance.
Right.
not
As
without
soon-
Ethan Hunt.
As soon as it got control, in reality, as soon as it got control of one nuke,
Right.
it would have
Yeah.
launched it because all the other countries would have launched.
Right.
You only need one. You only need one to start a war.
Right. And I know this is a MacGuffin for a movie, right?
Yes, big
But
giant MacGuffin.
What Why did the AI want to go to the bunker?
Because it wanted to blow up the world, and that's the only way it could survive.
Yeah, but then what does it have?
That's-
Because there's not going to be people outside to rebuild.
Right.
It's just going to be stuck in the bunker for eternity.
I don't know.
Right.
Its will to live.
It's
is-
like after 1,000 years, I can go back out. I'm like, no, it can't.
yeah, I don't know.
Unless it
Maybe it
figures
was
out how
gonna
to have like
down
circuit
there
boards
figure
start
out how
moving.
to
That's
maybe
what Ethan's going to ask it in the next
could
episode.
create a body.
Yeah.
It could. Time is irrelevant to an AI.
That's true.
Right.
So
Especially
it
'cause it can
really
watch
could be
all
there
the
for
reruns it
millions
wants
of
to.
years.
Till that flash drive breaks down.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The
glow cube?
forever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should we do a secret sound?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here is Brian Sherman's Secret Sound.
What's going on out there?
Drop the cable. Okay.
Here is Brian Sherman's Secret Sound.
What's going on out there?
Here's your first one.
Drill.
It's not a drill.
This is not a drill. No. What's your guess?
Let me hear it again.
I mean, it sounds like a drill.
Like an RC car? No,
could-
it's like, and it stops. Like,
It's got to be a drill.
It's a drill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got two more for you this week, though.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
good, because that one,
that was
That was stupid.
That was weak.
Here's your next
I heard
one.
it before we started recording, so
Oh, why did it play through there?
I didn't hear it.
That was Windows shutting
Yeah,
down.
Windows from 1998. Jumping on a spring-loaded bed.
That was.
By the way, that's just it repeating. Okay. So I'm going to play it 2 more times.
That was two guys.
Yeah, that is definitely a
It's got to be just a bed spring.
spring bed.
You think so? Here it is again.
I mean, like it could be any.
It's not a spring bed.
It could be any spring.
It's not a spring. Here you go.
Sounds like a sound effect from like GoldenEye.
This is a good one. I'm proud of myself for finding this one. You guys ready to see it?
Yeah,
Ready? Here we go.
dude, that is a mattress.
Oh.
Pulling paper towel off of a paper towel dispenser.
While
What?
ripping at the same time.
There you go.
Okay,
All right. Secret sound number 3.
let's count this as number 2.
Here you go. Why does it unplug? This plug sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That wasn't it.
That was Windows 98. Biting an apple.
No.
Biting a carrot.
No.
Is it biting anything?
It is.
Oh.
A head of lettuce.
Potato
Oh,
chip.
potato chip.
Of course.
I knew it was the sound of a mouth.
Yeah, for sure. I could tell by the
I know my
saliva
mouth
that-
sounds.
I know my mouth sounds. Hey, the second one got you guys. Listen,
It
it's
did.
kind of hard to find sounds.
I know.
You
I've
think it's
never-
easy, and then you're like, "What should I record?" And you can't find
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, it was good.
Ask
It was good.
ChatGPT.
I did, and it was like, well, I won't tell you what it told me because maybe I'll use it.
No, those were good. I heard the drill before we recorded, so I was waiting for it.
yeah.
Here is Brian Sherman.
I gotta change that.
Sound.
That was
on out there?
Yeah.
Brian Sherman's secret sound.
Okay, so my son, we did a deep clean in his room because his room was atrocious and has been for months.
Did you have a lot of stuff that you threw away?
Yes. So, but it was all done while I wasn't there.
Did you
So-
have to make a trip to the dump?
No.
Because I got to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
I think I might have found a new job and maybe an AI-proof job.
Because even AI doesn't want to deal with that.
Well, so I cleaned out my shed, and I'm not a hoarder, but I do hold on to stuff for a bit. But eventually, I'm like, I haven't used this in a year. I haven't used it in 2 years. It's gone. So I threw away a lot of stuff, and it was all piled up on the side of my backyard, kind of. And I asked my dad to use his truck and we'll take it to the dump. And he's like, how about we just pay a guy? I'm like, all right. But this guy, we paid him $180
Yeah.
to just
Dude,
come
that's
take it
good.
away.
That is good.
I mean, this is a
And he has a big truck. He has like a U-Haul essentially.
Yeah.
That he fills with junk and jumps it off.
this is
Actually-
already a business. Like 1-800
Like-
got junk is huge.
How am I
actually-
not doing this
I actually
for a job?
recently looked up like how's a way to start a small business that could start making money right away. And
Junk
that
removal.
was one of the top ones is picking up people's junk.
Because I could do that like 3 or 4 times a day and make more than I
Yeah.
do now.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
No, it sucks though. It sucks.
I
You're not dealing with your junk.
You're
There's
right.
a big
My junk
difference
was
when you're,
pretty. My junk was pretty easy to get rid of. If
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not. But
and
still,
I will say it's not entirely AI proof.
Yeah.
It's-
you're right. Well, once we get the AI
As soon as we have robots, everyone's fucked.
right.
Right, because they'll do it for much less than you would.
Yeah.
Well, they can go back to where they came from then.
I'm not voting for your
Take-
rights.
take our
You took my
jobs.
junk removal
Yeah.
job.
Anyway, you were cleaning out your son's room.
Oh, so you couldn't get from the door to his bed without stepping on junk.
That
and that was a
is tragic.
small little line, and everything's piled up.
Is he a hoarder?
I mean,
don't know, he's just-
evidently.
That sounds like hoarding.
Yeah.
but we were able to throw stuff out without
Was
him
there rat
freaking out.
feces?
He's just lazy. He's just lazy.
Okay.
Right. And so one day while I was at work, Taryn worked with him all day, took everything out of the room, and he had to justify what's going back in his room, everything else going in the garbage. Right. And so I get home and his room's like all nice.
I
I'm
like that
oh, this
method
is
of
nice.
taking everything
Yeah.
out first.
Yeah. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was one thing that I found out that they threw out that I was pissed off about.
I learned it from you, Dad.
So the other night, and Taryn was pissed off that I did this, but I went out and I started digging into. So we have two big regular garbage cans, because we had to use one for a business Taryn was running out of our house, and then we also have a green waste one. So we have like 3 garbage cans. We have a lot of room. I'm tearing everything out of these garbage cans, strewing them all over our front yard.
You're like sorting it like a NTSB, like an investigation. You're piecing a plane
Piecing
back
things
together.
back together. What is it that you were looking for?
I brought it with me today.
Oh,
So
A backpack.
I want you guys to know, am I justified in dumpster diving for this?
it's a
How much
big
garbage did you
black-
have to pull out before you found
All
it?
of them. It was the last one.
Oh,
Oh man, is that the original?
This
So
is-
the
no,
90s?
that's
I think
the-
this is
that's
this is
the
not
re-release,
this
isn't
is
it?
Not, this is not special edition though.
Oh, okay.
Proof of purchase number 0609. Okay, what we're looking at here,
And it's number 69.
the original. Not well.
That's
We don't
that's
know
why
yet.
I saved it.
This is a Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6 trilogy on VHS that Danny pulled out of his garbage. It smells like garbage.
and semen, oddly enough. But
1990. So this is the re-release. This is the 90s.
When
release.
did they do? I should have looked up before I came. I wonder when they did the special edition.
I want to say it was right before or right after
Here's a note from George Lucas on the
episode
box.
1.
The appeal of Star Wars has gone. Well, then it wasn't this one because this came out before episode 1.
Right.
The appeal of Star Wars has gone beyond anything I could have ever imagined. I am pleased that for the final video release of Star Wars in its original version, we could present it with the best sound and picture quality yet available thanks to THX digital mastering. In the years to come, I hope you, your children, and your children's children will enjoy not only this trilogy but also the adventures yet to come in the continually unfolding Star Wars universe. So I think this is original,
So-
just THX.
So it's digitally remastered.
Because I had the other 90s version that was in the gold box.
Yeah, I had that as well.
And that was the special edition where they messed with a bunch of stuff.
Right, they changed they
It ruined
they-
my childhood.
They fixed the like
Greedo shot did not shoot first.
yeah, they fixed and the Luke's speeder on Hoth, you could like see through
Yeah.
the frame. They fixed that.
Yep.
We got to look up this. Let me look up this
Have you
this SKU.
eBayed it to see if it's worth
No, so
anything?
the reason why my wife was pissed is because she doesn't like holding on. She's like the opposite of a hoarder. She hates holding on to stuff. And she's like, and she thinks the only reason I would hold on to it is that it'd be worth money. Right? And she's like, so what are you going to do with it? she's like, you're not going to sell it. It's not going to be worth any money. I'm like, first of all, you don't know that. Second of all, I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. For what?
I found it
Do you
on.
none
have
of your
a
business.
VHS player?
We have a VCR. I'm afraid to pop it in there.
It's because he taped over it with porn.
I found it on the exchange.com by the SKU
Okay.
on the bottom. It's for sale for $10.
Wow.
$3.33 a tape.
That's not bad.
I'm with you though. I think I would have kept this too.
She's like, are you going to watch it? I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. It's going to sit on my shelf. But I want it sitting on my shelf.
I really like the proof of purchase Star Wars
dude.
trilogy.
Check this out.
I get having it on your shelf. I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know.
It's a display piece at this point.
Yeah.
What?
Special offers inside.
Let me see. We got to hold
Yeah,
this up
see
for
what's
the
all
camera.
we
This
got.
was inside. I
Special
guess you can hold it up
offers.
in front of your camera.
Yeah.
Open that up.
I think I've looked in here before and I can't
Star
remember
Wars
what's in here.
envelope.
Oh, dude, you get some,
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Oh man, old coops.
You should take that.
see
to
Hold
Yeah,
those
Let's
up
see
a
if
little
you can-
higher so people can see these old. Exciting offer. See inside. Now is the time to get your copies of the Star Wars trilogy. Wait, why are they advertising the
You can buy 'em
trilogy
again.
in the trilogy?
Anyways, you can be part of the movie club, Fox Video Movie Club.
Man, it's
you
like
have
Columbia.
You have to mail this in.
Yeah.
There's no websites.
No.
This
No.
is 1995. The special editions came out in 1997, so this is right before.
It's like the Columbia House version of video. Cast
can-
yourself in the Fox video.
You can save $89 on the entire set of life-size stand-ups, Star Wars stand-ups. There's like a whole coupon book here of.
That's pretty cool.
Stuff.
I wonder if you mailed that in if they'd send you anything.
I wonder if there's like an expiration date on here.
Some dude gets it in his P.O. box. He's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, I think you guys have already answered, but like, is this worth saving?
Yeah.
If it's worth,
only worth
if
$10.
it's worth it to you, then yeah,
I think it makes a
I don't
cool.
know if I would save it because I don't have a VHS player.
No, it's not for playing, though.
Yeah, I understand.
I think it makes a cool display piece, like on a shelf in a theater or a family
Right.
room.
Yeah.
Right. I see,
You know,
I can
people
see
walk in and
that.
be like, what the holy fuck? Is that the original trilogy? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because
We can.
I
Greedo never even
convinced-
shot in this one.
I convinced my mom to get rid of so many VHS tapes that she didn't want to get rid of. And so
a
I
mint
feel
condition.
like
Yeah.
I have to take a
That box is a
stand
little
and say
bit
I
weird.
would probably get rid of it.
When Danny was leaving on his mission for the church, he saved me a tape, not porn.
Afro Horse 7?
It was a Rage Against the Machine live tape.
Oh.
And I was so fucking excited. I was so excited that he
You
was giving
wrecked
it to me. I drove over to his house like a week after you left in the summer. And I asked your mom, like, hey, Danny left me a tape. She's like, oh, yeah, it's in the car. Completely melted.
Yeah, I remember that.
And listen, she was happy about it. She was happy
She
about
didn't
it.
like to rage against the
No,
machine.
she didn't. She's like, this filth. I melted this with a lighter.
I don't like the political views.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Well, yeah, he left you that tape of those liberal cucks, didn't he? That's cool.
gosh.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'd have kept it.
I have a VHS player.
I
probably need to find another, VHS player, a VCR.
yeah, VC.
I should probably find out. I should buy a burner VHS, put it in there, make sure it works first, so it doesn't eat it. But
Can you buy a new VHS player somewhere? Not even on
It's called a
Amazon?
VCR.
What did I say? Oh, VCR.
I
We
just
just
did the
went
same
through
thing.
this.
Oh, sorry.
I remember once
There's
when
got to be somewhere that sells a new
Oh,
one. There's got to
for
be.
sure.
I think they're really expensive now, though.
Listen, you go to Savers, pick one up.
Yeah, but
Because
like
even
you
if it-
said, what if it burns it up?
Well, even if it eats it, though, you just take the VCR apart. It's not like it's going to break the film. So here's the test. The test is you pull a tape out and you wind it. If the tape can still wind, then the VCR is not going to do anything to
you
it.
want to
Really?
watch it on
I feel like
VHS.
they've eaten them
It's
before.
warmer. The sound is warmer, and
For sure, it's like vinyl. No,
that,
like-
that.
Like
Remember
it-
tracking?
It can get like
Yes.
gummed up in the mechanics of a VCR, but you just take the lid off the VCR and you can manipulate all those parts. Remember we put together Master and Commander?
yeah, I was just going to bring that up.
we
destroyed-
retaped the film together on one part.
We had to cannibalize like a skate video
Yeah.
that I had to get the extra VHS parts to put it back together.
Yeah. But that was because we ripped it out of the VCR. Like
That's funny.
Had we taken the VCR apart, you can lift the film out carefully.
Because we rented Master and Commander.
Yeah.
And we broke it and we had to fix it before we
So
took it
you're
back.
watching this nice movie, it's normal sound, and then it gets across this Scotch tape part.
Oh man, that's funny.
But we did fix it. You can't do that to
Yeah.
a DVD.
Yeah, you
No.
can't do that. It's
No.
over. Well, I can't tell if it's full screen or widescreen.
I've actually been considering starting a Blu-ray collection because I'm worried that the internet's gonna delete all of my
yeah,
purchase.
you have to go back to analog.
Yeah. So you have a nice Blu-ray collection.
I was thinking about that the other day because like
What if Amazon
What
goes
if
down
Amazon
and all my
just
purchases are
explodes?
gone?
most of my I own all of the movies I own on Apple TV Plus.
oh, it's a
But
vacuum.
it's not going to last forever.
No.
Someday Apple's going to go
I know.
under.
In
What
fact,
happens?
one of them we talked about on the show like a year ago. One of the services was shutting down. Was it PlayStation movies?
Oh, it was X. I think Xbox.
and they just
I don't
fucked
know.
everybody
Yeah.
over. They're like, "Sorry, all the movies you bought are gone." now."
That is worrisome. I mean, but as long as Disney's around and Disney Plus is around, then
It won't
should be
be.
streaming.
It won't be forever.
But that's what I mean.
Everything
No,
ends. Everything ends.
There are
eventually.
some things that you can't like Brockmire.
And if you live forever-
can't stream. You can't stream it anywhere. You have to like buy it or.
yeah.
So,
But I'm talking about hard
Yeah,
copies again,
there is some value to that. So I don't know. Maybe
and they sound better if you have a nice sound
it's
system.
warmer.
Get those pops like a
I mean,
vinyl record.
I mean, they probably look better too. Like streaming,
They should,
None
yeah.
of them. None of the streamers
Blu-ray
really.
player should sound
Solid
look really-
state.
Yeah, none of them
good.
stream that well.
I don't know.
I guess you could download them to just a hard drive. You have to get rid of the DNR.
Yeah,
Do
I
not
wonder.
resuscitate
Yeah. No, what's it called? What's it called?
on what?
Not
Gotta
DNR.
Jailbreak your.
It's the like. What if you like
Guns N'
download a
Roses?
movie?
Oh,
You can't play it without. It has to check that you're the owner. What's that called? It's not. It's not. You're right. It's not DNR.
It's like the
Are you talking about
FBI
the
warning
country,
before every
the country,
movie.
the
Yeah.
country code thing, where you have to be, you can only play certain DVDs in certain countries.
The
That's a
anti-piracy
thing.
warning before every VHS movie.
yeah. Music copy lock. What's that called?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you these random headlines.
DRM.
DRM, not DNR.
DRM. as in
Trying
Mary.
to do an episode without a break today, going straight into random headlines.
That's because no one notices.
Yeah.
They might miss your little clips though.
I hate doing those.
But then don't.
They're seriously
You've
the,
done 152
they're
of them.
seriously the worst
running
part
out of
about
them.
editing an episode. All right. Sydney, Australia. A team of researchers in Australia published a paper about how the population of sulfur-crested cockatoos in Sydney have learned to operate drinking fountains designed for human use.
Did you say sulfur crested?
Find a way.
It is
They're like
sulfur-crested.
velociraptors.
Yeah. The team whose research was published in the journal Biology Letters said they placed cameras that recorded more than 500 attempts by cockatoos to use public drinking fountains over the course of 44 days. The team said the birds in the footage were able to successfully operate the water fountains and take a drink about 46% of the time. The behavior consists of a combination of actions involving both feet, bill, and shifting body weight to start the water flow. John Martin, a senior ecologist with a consultancy firm,
Saltiere.
this is killing me with these
It's
words.
French.
Yeah. A consultancy firm. I'm just going to skip all this. The team said they were originally studying cockatoos' foraging habits when they witnessed the birds using a drinking fountain at a sports field in western Sydney. So they would have to go and stand on it, and then they would have to grip the handle and actually push it forward to activate it, and then lean over and have a drink.
Hang on a second.
I need
So,
to see these.
They're
these
right
fountains.
here. They're right here. So these guys, these researchers, witnessed cockatoos drinking out of a drinking fountain.
Yes.
And decided to make a study asking whether or not they could train cockatoos to drink out of a drinking fountain.
I guess.
They just witnessed it happen. Who funded this?
So is that one's pressing on it and the other one's drinking, so they're helping each other out?
I can't tell.
No, they're just
like
doing
there's
it by
two.
themselves.
But I'm just confused. Like
You don't have to train them. They figure
these
it out
guys had
themselves,
these
dude.
guys had a proven hypothesis already, and they convinced someone to pay them
Let's see if we can.
to reprove their hypothesis that.
That's
You
a
see
good
what I'm
way to
saying?
have a successful study.
Hey,
You already know they can do it, but nobody else does.
Unless someone had the idea and the guy's like, "No, man, I have a picture of them
seen
doing
this. It happens at the park every
I
day."
don't believe it.
well, it does say they just witnessed it. They didn't say they
Get the
recorded
funding,
it.
bro.
Yeah,
Shut up.
making a drink. Interesting.
All right. It's pretty crazy, though.
You know when
I mean, we think we're so smart, dude.
I know.
you can't even
on.
run a drinking fountain. I in college, I learned about Skinner. He was a psychologist.
Like the principal from
Yes.
Seinfeld or
Seinfeld.
whatever.
Seinfeld.
Simpsons.
No, he's a psychologist. B.F. Skinner. He did the conditioning tests.
Pavlov's dogs. No,
Yeah.
that was Pavlov.
That was Pavlov, but same principle. But he would do he would put electrodes on the brains of mice and rats on the pleasure center. I believe it's called the nucleus accumbens.
Yeah.
That would feel like an orgasm.
None of us know what that means.
Oh.
It's just a little tiny part of the brain. It's the pleasure center of the brain.
Uh-huh.
So he put an electrode on there, and he wanted to see what would happen if a rat could press a bar and it would activate that region. What would happen? How motivated would it be to keep doing it? And the rats did it until they died. They
Serious?
starved to death. They just kept pushing the button to feel.
Yeah, wasn't there like two
An orgasm,
separate ones though?
essentially.
Like one of them, like you get the benefit, and the other one you don't. You get food. And then
Oh,
you
he
try
did
to
all
see-
sorts of stuff like that.
Because I think I remember this one.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he did some variation where it was a
Yeah,
bar, and
that's
then
so
there was
weird.
another button that would dispense food, but they never did that one because
Yeah.
they'd rather have an orgasm. You know, they just kept pushing that button until they died.
until they died.
Isn't that crazy?
I wonder
Yeah.
what humans would do.
And here we are
The
training.
same thing. Come on, don't think we wouldn't do anything
I
else.
don't know.
Would. Whatever.
I need a few minutes after. I mean, I don't know.
No, you're tapped in direct.
Yeah, you don't have
There's
to wait for a recursion.
There's no refractory.
refractory.
Period.
That's
Yeah.
so weird.
This is a bonerless orgasm. Okay, this is direct to the brain.
Bonerless orgasm. That sounds like
refractory
a band name.
free. Refractory free.
Yeah.
All right. A wild elephant wandered out of a national park in Thailand to visit a grocery store where the peckish pachyderm feasted on eggs and sweet treats. The 27-year-old elephant named Biang Lek is well known to locals for his frequent treks out of the Khao Yai National Park in search of snacks. Residents said he can often be seen walking past a corner store a little over half a mile from the park entrance gate, but on Monday he made what is believed to be his first visit to the store's interior. The elephant feasted on eggs, dried bananas, and sandwiches, and 9 bags of sweet rice crackers before park rangers ushered him out of the business.
It's really interesting to see an elephant in this context and realize how big they are. Like his back is touching the ceiling of this little convenience store.
Members of the Khao Yai Elephant Lovers Group donated about $25 to the store. So, can you imagine an elephant bursts into Smith's and tears it up, and they're like, "Oh,
$25.
here's $25.
For
I hope that
damages.
covers the damages."
Next time we ask for a donation, I hope you consider it longer.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if this happened again.
Now that shows some intelligence, right?
They're super intelligent.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
what if like 25 years from now, your grandson shows up at your house
He's
and it's
banging an
dating an elephant?
An AI elephant?
No.
Oh, just a
Old
straight
school
up
elephant.
An old elephant.
Would you be okay with that? Would
Well,
you vote
is-
for their rights?
Is the elephant attractive?
Can the elephant talk?
How can you tell? What was attractive on an elephant?
Oh, I
The
can tell you.
trunk size.
I can tell you what's
size
attractive.
matters. Got to have that big trunk.
Dexterity.
Floppy ears.
Trunk dexterity.
Shouldn't have brought it up. My
Yep,
bad.
Yep. A team of physicists from a British university used nanotechnology to create what they dubbed the world's smallest violin, an instrument that can be seen without a microscope. That can't be seen
I was like,
without a
that's
microscope.
not that small.
Yeah.
All of them can be seen without a microscope.
The university team said the platinum violin measures 35 microns, a measurement unit equal to 1/1,000,000th of a meter long and 13 microns wide. The violin is smaller than the diameter of a human hair, which ranges from 17 to 180 microns.
But is this just a drawing?
Yeah. So is it still a violin?
Yeah.
Can it be played?
It's just a drawing of a
Because
violin?
if it
don't
can't
know.
be played, is it?
You have to make
actually
a
a violin?
really small-ass bow to play it?
Yeah. I mean, if it's not real,
It just looks like a drawing.
The researchers
Yeah.
created the minute. Sorry. The researchers.
English is stupid.
you
Those are
got
spelled the same.
to do a once over of these before you read it on the air.
I know, it's true. The researchers created the minute musical instrument to demonstrate the abilities of their new nanolithography system technology that allows scientists to build and study nanoscale objects and structures.
Lithography.
Lithography.
Nanolithography.
So it's a drawing. It's
we
like
can
a,
make real small drawings.
It's a real small drawing. Yeah. It's misleading. This should be a gotcha headline.
Now it would be crazy if they had something that could
Yeah.
manipulate it, play it, like little
Yeah.
tiny arms that operate tinier arms.
Yeah.
Operate
Tinier arms.
They have a bow.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work. That's
No, it's
that's
just a
stupid.
drawing. I know. That's
I
what we're
regret
saying.
reading this whole
That's what
story.
we're saying.
This is ridiculous.
It was good content.
This is an outrage.
This is why people hate physicists. Right here. This kind of shit.
Because they're just liars.
And scientists, they're like, listen, I think I can train a cockatoo how to drink out of a drinking fountain. I saw it at a baseball field. Well, if
how
you
they
saw
get
it,
their
then why would you train it?
That's where all grant
Already
money's
knows.
going towards.
Already
dude.
knows how. Just a little
Yes.
more pig news. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Peppa Pig
Oh, yeah.
has a sister. Peppa Pig's new sister sparks an adorable baby name trend.
Oh, they haven't named her yet?
The hottest news in the preschool set is the arrival of Peppa Pig's little sibling. Speculation has brewed for months about whether Peppa would be getting a little sister or another brother. On May 30th, the newest member of the pig family made their debut. A sister. Not only that, but Peppa's sister was also, her name was also announced. Evie, a name that means life. She was named after Mummy Pig's aunt.
I think she was named after Eve.
Now, it's no secret that Peppa is a trendsetter. She's made preschoolers speak in faux English accents and say things like sun cream instead of sunscreen.
Oh, yeah.
She's beefed with celebrities like Adele and earned high marks for her album on Taste, making music websites. But will the newest addition to the pig family boost the baby name Evie?
Quinn loved Peppa Pig when she was like 3, and she would talk about, she would call the rescue service instead of 911. You know,
Oh.
rescue service.
So evidence has already showed that on the baby naming website Nameberry, which I've never heard of, but apparently is a thing.
So people can't come up with original ideas.
Nameberry keeps track of interest in names among its users. The site reports there's been a 102% increase in the interest of the name Evie since the name was announced. So we think that a lot of kids are going to be named Evie here pretty soon.
Yeah.
If you were to have a kid right now, would you name it Evie?
No.
Because
Never
of
would
Peppa?
have.
Not
No.
because of Peppa.
No.
Well, actually, I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what kind of show it would have to be for me to consider naming my child after them.
Well, I'm going to name, if I have another son, he's going to be Jamie Lannister.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
That's what kind of show.
How about, I like Tywin better.
Tywin?
Yeah.
Tyrion? Tyrion's cool.
Or Tyrion's way cool. That's true. Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still haven't watched that show.
Really?
Oh, God, man. Are you serious?
Yeah. I just haven't. I don't know.
Still haven't watched Masters of the Air either.
I know. I'm stuck on Law and Order.
I
Which,
still
by
haven't-
the way,
You've
not
watched
as good,
all
not-
of them.
No, I'm on Law and Order.
That goes
not
forever.
as good as SVU.
That goes forever.
I decided to start at season 12 because I didn't want to watch the ones from the 90s.
Yeah. Dude,
Those
I
were the
went.
best ones, ripped from the headlines, man.
Yeah, they all are.
I don't
I
know.
watched one about a feeding tube Terry Schiavo.
Terry Schiavo.
Incident.
Kind of alive-o.
Yep.
That was weird. That was the beginning of the end. The Terry Schiavo debate.
That's when
we
the world really. It was Terry Schiavo, and then Trump got elected. It's crazy.
Yeah.
9/11, Trump.
Terry Schiavo and Obama's tan suit.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Terry Schiavo was after 9/11.
Very far. Yes.
I'll have to re-familiarize myself with Terry Schiavo.
They basically starved her to death. She was brain dead. She was a vegetable, and her husband, I think, wanted to keep her alive. Maybe it was her ex-husband. I don't know. But her parents, it could be the other way around. But two interested parties disagreed on what to do. But there's also not a way in America anyway, in most countries, to
unless you're in Switzerland
to kill a human
or Finland,
humanely. Right? We just let people starve. it's
like the
pretty
death
terrible.
pods. Have you ever seen the death pods?
Yeah.
I've
in
heard.
like the Netherlands and
Yeah.
the assisted suicide. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Cool. Anything else? That's the show.
I haven't finished watching Breaking Bad yet.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is. Did you have to take a break because it got too heavy?
I can't remember why I stopped, but
Man,
I was enjoying it. It was really good.
You know what show you guys should watch?
I've watched Breaking Bad like 5 times.
Yeah.
You should watch The Pit.
It looks good.
It's a ER show. It takes
with
place.
the guy from ER.
Noel Wiley.
No, it's true. It's 15 episodes. Every episode is an hour, and that's an hour of the shift.
Oh, it's in real time, like 24.
And
Dude, 24 was
that was
shit.
good.
Yeah, 24.
So
yeah,
good,
for sure.
man. I had all those DVDs.
Oh, of course.
Remember, because when we worked at the radio, we got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I miss 24. If I could watch that show new again in the time, I'm not sure if it holds up today,
We'd have to see.
but in the time,
Yeah,
of espionage
right after
and-
9/11.
oh,
That's when it came
so
on.
good.
Or
Yeah.
it started. I can't remember.
I
But
was
yeah,
right then.
It was
War
right
on
around
Terror.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was the counterterrorism unit,
Right.
which wouldn't have existed before.
Right.
All right. Well, listen, find us at the Arctic Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Email us at ourtakepod@gmail.com. For episode 152 of the Arctic Podcast, I'm Brian.
I'm DJ.
I'm Spencer. See you next time.